Broadcast journalism is neither better nor worse than print journalism. They're just different ways to tell the same story. When we talked about online package planning in our last lecture, I asked you to think like a reader. You want to present your information to your readers, or listeners, or viewers in a way that best fits their needs. Now, print journalism offers depth, context, and information. Broadcast news is frequently criticized for being too shallow, offering stories often less than a minute long. Now, as someone who worked with NPR affiliates for 9 years, I am compelled to point out that some organizations, like NPR and PBS and TV programs like 60 Minutes, spend considerably more time on a story, but they are the exception, not the rule. Then broadcast journalism works well with emotional appeals, realism, and immediacy. Radio remains the most immediate medium. If something happens, it can take only seconds for a reporter to interrupt programming and deliver the news. While social media and online journalism have narrowed this gap, it can still take several minutes to write a breaking news story or set up a video feed. Audio and video journalists are also often accused of treating news as entertainment, sensationalizing the news by reporting heavily on crime, rather than more important matters of public interest. Print journalism, meanwhile, is criticized for not being entertaining enough. So what's in a half-hour newscast? According to results from major surveys of local television news, from the Project for Excellence in Journalism and the Lear Center Local News Archive, about 70% of all stories were under a minute long. Announcers typically read between 150 and 180 words a minute, which means a typical news story is about the length of your campus news brief. Crime, fire, accident, and disaster stories make up more than a third of all news stories, and were the lead story 39% of the time. And for stories that involved controversies, the majority of stories gave only, or mostly only, one point of view. If your story is less than 60 seconds, it's no surprise. So how does an audio story come together? At many small radio stations, like the one where I started, the news director is a one or maybe two-person newsroom. Now, we had one news director who worked from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and an assistant news director who worked from 3 to 11 p.m. Now, the news team reports on local stories, from city council meetings to political corruption. The news director I worked with started every day with a trip to the county sheriff's office to read through their police reports. Now, while some of this is now online, reports can often take days to be posted, thus making it old news if you want to wait to read the report online instead of getting it directly from the source. Now, the news team reworks wire copy, generally from the Associated Press. They select the international, national, and state stories that have the greatest impact for their listeners. Then they read the news on the air, adding in their local news. Although this can be done by the on-air announcer if the news team is out on assignment. Now, if the news team is more than one or two people, the reporter could cover any number of stories. Beats aren't practical in smaller newsrooms, as there's often too much news and not enough reporters to go around. And if there are reporters, again, assignments may vary. For video stories, reporters often start the day with a news meeting, sometimes called a budget meeting, to collect assignments. As with audio and print reporting, assignments can vary widely from day to day. Unlike audio and print journalism, though, video journalists often work side by side with a videographer, since video is essential for most stories. Stand-ups, those shots of reporters at news scenes while they are reporting, those are often done live. And most importantly, A video news story must be edited to the precise second in a broadcast. If an anchor only has 45 seconds, a 51-second piece just won't make it to the air.